Hello, hello. Welcome back. We are live once again from the KISSA Store Radio, live and direct stream from the Veg Non Veg Gurgaon store. You are tuned into the International Synthesizer Day special broadcast. And if you just heard songs for a tired city before this set, be prepared for yet another set by Imerohi, aka Shaurya. Shaurya, welcome to the show. Um, and Shaurya is I believe, can I call you a multi instrumentalist or?
Sure,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, Shaurya is a multi instrumentalist and also a budding producer who is currently a student at. You told me your university's name, but I
Yeah,
forgot
it's
what it was.
AAFT.
AAFT, yeah.
Yes.
Shaurya, can you quickly introduce yourself to the audience who are tuned in live, and also just a little bit about your practice in your words?
Sure. I'm Shaurya and I perform under the artist moniker Imerohi. I'm a producer, also aspiring to be a full-time mix engineer. I make electronic music, ambient music, and I started the Imerohi project a year ago when I was sort of um, feeling bound by my creative explorations as Shaurya. I felt like doing this style of music under that name would not make a lot of sense, as I've done a lot of commercial productions under that name. Um, and yeah, my practice mostly involves music that um, either puts you to sleep or is entirely political, or both. Um, yeah, and I would not like to limit myself to being an instrumentalist or a producer. Whatever the music requires me to be, I can be.
Okay, lovely. And you said you've put out a few commercial releases. Is that correct? Or
Yeah, commercial releases in the sense that stuff you get paid to do.
okay, of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And how far away from that does your current practice stand? If you have released something, or you are sort of, evolving as a practitioner as you perform, I believe. So, how far away from that do you see yourself currently?
It's quite far. It's two entirely different worlds. So if someone goes and listens to my commercial productions and then listens to the album I put out last year, it's like you wouldn't imagine they were made by the same person. And and yeah, that's also what it felt like to me. Like uh, the zone I have to be in to create the music I do and as Imerohi requires me to disconnect entirely from what I do in my daily life.
Okay.
So, which is why also like it's a little slow in terms of
So there's
releases.
so there's
Yeah,
an artistic side of things, and there's also
there's
the
a
commercial
commercial
side
side
of
of
things,
things.
as
Yes.
is true for most of the artists, I believe.
Yep.
We have to put the bread on the table. But thanks for sharing that insight. I also wanted to discuss a little bit about your student life. What is happening on that front? What kind of projects are you guys working on? And how much of that feeds into your performative end, and how much of the performative end do you take back to the learning space?
I mean, it's all entirely interconnected. I would say as a student, there's no disconnect between the my performative side and the commercial side and the things I do as a student because um, it's pretty simple. I learn something in my institute, I can apply it anywhere I want to, and if I learn something practically outside commercially, I can use it to my leverage inside of my institute, get better opportunities and stuff like that.
Lovely.
And yeah, and I'm like grateful to have professors there who help me out with not just the commercial side of my music, but also what I'm about to perform here in a while.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. That's amazing, and it's also amazing to know that you're blurring the lines between what is your learning field. It's not just limited to key. It's not compartmentalized in that sense, which is
For
great,
sure. Yep.
in my opinion. Shaurya, you have started an initiative called the Alt Baithak.
Yes.
Firstly, I want to know where the name came from. because I feel like it's a very interesting name. And secondly, why don't you tell us what the Alt Baithak is about?
Sure. All Baithak started out of pure frustration. I was trying to get into the electronic music scene in Delhi. I did not know who to talk to, where to perform, how to perform. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just do it at my place. And I was on a call with three of my friends, and I'm like, let's do like a Baithak, and we'll call one or two more musicians. We'll do like an alt thing, and yeah, I never got around to officially naming it. We just started calling it like we used to talk about it. Let's focus on that alt Baithak wala idea, and that just happened to stick.
Nice.
So that's alt Baithak. What it turned out to be was sort of different. Now it, instead of just being a medium for me to perform, it has turned out to be like this sort of community that we have built that encompasses not just music but all alt art forms, anything one could consider art. And we do it at homes, we do it at small venues, eateries, and we are also very thankful to have Mool in South X, which is
Of course,
yeah,
it's a very crucial space, and I
for
believe,
the scene.
yeah,
Exactly.
at some point in time, almost all of the folks that I know have performed at that place. So yeah,
Exactly. And it also helps us reach newer people. The goal for Alt Baithak was to make alt art forms more accessible to students. And obviously, that cannot happen without support from people who are not students. So
of
um,
course.
I made it a point to also get performers who have been performing. We got Shiv songs for Diet City one time, and yeah, I mean, it was just born out of pure frustration. I got into the scene. I realized these are all people who have already been doing this for like 10 years. Where are people my age?
Yeah.
So that's why I started All Better. It's just like
Awesome.
something that's being run with friends.
And how far back was this? When did you start?
This was barely 9 months ago.
9 months ago.
Nine
Okay.
months
And
ago.
how many of these Baithaks have you done since
Nine.
9 months? That's
Yeah,
amazing.
exactly.
That's really
Yeah.
that's a track record to be very proud of.
Yeah.
That's amazing. But also, I believe that you guys don't just focus on music, right? It's
Exactly.
also
Yeah.
other art forms.
So we always do like a multidisciplinary showcase where if there's music being performed, uh, an artist will paint their interpretation of the music live, and maybe a body movement artist will also dance alongside a musician, which is what we did last time. There's always some visual artist also sharing their art. There are, most of the times, there are some stalls put up by people who are making clothes, making
Nice.
stickers, prints, stuff like that.
Awesome, awesome. So it's not just limited in that sense. It's just
Anything that you consider art and you also consider alt is welcome at Alt Better.
And very crucially to provide a platform to people who were similarly frustrated as you were when you were starting out in the scene.
Most of the sets that have happened at Alt Better are artists performing for the first time in their lives, and they're still good at it.
That's
So,
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good to know. And coming to your performance side of things, you are performing with your Ableton session today and your guitar. Is that correct?
Yes.
Why don't you tell your audience what today's set is going to be about? Because you said your music is, or your the performances are either sleep oriented or politically inclined. So, what is today's set going to be about, and how does it show in the hardware that you're using today?
For sure. Today's set will be more sleep oriented, and for me personally, sleep oriented involves a lot of percussion happening. Um, and yeah, I listen to music while I fall asleep every night, and that's the stuff I need to fall asleep. So that's also the kind of stuff
Do
I
you
make.
listen to jungle music while you're sleeping? I'm just
Sometimes, yeah.
okay. Nice.
But yeah, and so in today's setup, I think that will be reflected by how I use my guitar as not a traditional guitar, but just as another source of sound.
Awesome.
And yeah, like if you listen to the music without the video, you won't know that there's a guitar being played live. And I would want it to be that way. I would not want people to be able to figure out which sound is the guitar or which sound is a synth.
Of course.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Yeah, that's pretty much my. I like to keep it simple in that
Okay,
manner.
awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. That's great, and I'll end this chat session with that question. Thank you so much, Shaurya, and
Thank you.
wish you a lovely performance up ahead. For the next 30 minutes, Shaurya, aka Imerohi, live from KISSA Store Radio, streaming live and direct from Veg Non Veg Gurgaon Store. Stay tuned, stay curious.
The next one is called Bigger Than the Milky Way, and it's about the feeling I imagine I would get if I was bigger than the Milky Way and I was floating around in space. The next track is called Time Never Ends. It's from my album Timeless Through Us. You can find it anywhere. Thank you, guys.